Shalom, be broke upon your yacht with a quick lesson. This is a warning. This is a beware. This is going to be I told you so. The Heavenly Father, He's moving things in the earth. He's controlling the minds of men, to carry out their wickedness in the earth. And this just happened in New York. It says this is by Saints of Jersey 2. Stay alert. Everything just stopped. Major power outlets hit New York City. So first thing came to my mind was Esau coming as a coming in like a flood when you least suspect it, or Yahweh shall come in like a thief in the night. Those two things popped up on my mind. And if you're not prepared, if you're not alert and attentive to what's going on, circumspect of your surroundings, everything. Well, let me back up. Listen, there's gonna be some days where you think shit ain't gonna happen, but you got to be mentally, spiritually prepared in your mind that it can go down any second. That's how you gotta live like this now. Today could be it. The next hour could be it. When I get home from work could be it. So I looked up, AI, Thief in the Night, and I just want to read it before I present this video. So it says here, this is AI. In the King James Version of the Bible, phrase "like a thief in the night" appears 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 2 and 2 Peter 3 and 10, referring to the unexpected and sudden nature of the Lord's return. Now, this is not the Lord's return because Jacob Trouble have not went full throttle yet, and that MOTB have not been pressured to us yet. But this is an example of unexpected and certain it's a certain nature, but a certain change. We just say that for New York, because they weren't expecting this to happen. All the power in the subway there in New York went out. Businesses wasn't booming like it normally does. People in a state of shock. And it seemed like, Esau, when he do something, he want to make it big. So he go to those big cities like New York. He'll go to LA. He'll go to Chicago. He'll go to Houston. But mainly, the apple of Babylon is New York, New York. And this is where he want to, because it seems like when shit happen in New York, it goes all over the world. So it says, let me read it, referring to the unexpected and certain nature of the Lord's return. It signifies that the day of the Lord will come without warning, like a thief breaking into a house at night. So this right here came without a warning. They didn't flash over your TV screen that it's going to be a power outage at 12 o'clock or at 3:44. No, it just happened. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians again 5 and 2. For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord so come as a thief in the night. You got to be prepared. You got to be ready that it can happen at any second of the minute of the hour of the day of the week. You just never know. Week of the month of the year. Listen, the Heavenly Father can come at any moment, any time. When you're not thinking He's going to come. I'm gonna go and shoot some balls, or I'm gonna go walking or whatever, which ain't nothing wrong with going shooting some basketball, going walking. It's exercise, you know. But always, like the brother said in his video, Saints of Jersey, pray before you go to sleep. Pray when you get up. Pray when you leave the house. You know, pray when you leave the store or the job. Before you get to the job, pray. Before you leave the job, pray. When you get in that traffic and things looking kind of crazy, pray. 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, that which the heavens shall pass away with great noise. And that great noise, you know, we talking about the ICBM missiles. You know, of course, going to be other types of noise. You know, women screaming, man screaming, children screaming, you know, young adults, you know, screaming because of the terror of what they're going to witness during the time of Jacob trouble. But his elect is going to be what? Rejoicing. Read Isaiah 65, 13 through 14 and 15. We're going to be drinking, eating, and rejoicing. We're not going to be hungry, thirsty, and in sorrow. That's why you have to keep the faith. You have to pray for more faith. And this is in Hebrew, pray for more faith. I just learned this here the other day. You know, you can, whenever, you know, because whenever you say things in Hebrew, it sticks, you know. So Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. So like, let me start over because I kind of slipped me there for a little bit. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Nathaniel Adawan. I'm a gun. Let me hold on. Let me look back over this again. I was trying to repeat it off the dome. Like I said, I just learned it yesterday, but sometimes I'll forget it. So I got to, you know, that's why you got to keep practicing. So Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, Baba Shaw, Natalia, Adawan, Amawan. Yeah, for more faith. So I'm gonna keep on practicing on that. You know, hey, you know, that's our native tongue, and it's gonna come back to us. Especially, you know, when we're in the kingdom, we're gonna get that back. So, you know, we have to pray for more faith. So let's go back to where I left off from. In which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, like this. I should be on missiles. The earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. So, you know, we gotta understand that the Lord can come at any time. And just like Esau can come at any time. Go to the scriptures right quick. Go to Isaiah. Say the 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. So, you know, you want to pray to the Heavenly Father, you know, to protect you and to keep you away from the bloody man. Let's see what I have here. So we have to, you know, pray to the Heavenly Father, because there's going to be a lot of sneak attacks. You know, they can have everybody lined up. They can have these these men that came over from the Gulf of Mexico and from everywhere else, they're just sitting and waiting for that phone call or that text, to be ready while everybody going on thinking it's just a normal day. So we have to pray to the Lord for protection, to keep us alert of what's going on. Psalm 59:1. To the chief musician, I can't pronounce that. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it. I'll tell you what. No, here's what I do. I'll just go ahead and play it, and then I'll repeat what the man is going to say. Let me just repeat this here.
To the chief musician, outage, Michtam of David, when Saul sent, and they watched the.
To the chief musician, outage, and Michtam of David, when Saul sent, and they watched their house to kill him, deliver me from my enemy, O Yahweh. Defend me from them that rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from bloody men. For lo, they lie in wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgression, nor for my sin, O Yahweh. They run and prepare themselves without fault, await to help me, and behold. So that we need Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah to be with us at all times. Give us a sign or just put it in our dream. Or matter of fact, He's gonna give you the instruction not to go to that area. Just like I tell you in Job 33, he sells his instruction in your mind, and whatever He put in your mind, that shall you do. To keep you, from going over there, or He'll put something in your mind to do, and it holding you up. Let's say this is your favorite outfit, your shirt or whatever, pair of pants you're trying to wear to go to that spot, and it's real wrinkled, and then all of a sudden He tell you, well, go get the iron, and you iron and it still don't look good, and then you go get some else. So pretty much, He will stall you. He will stall your time from going to that particular area, because He's ready to do some work over there. And then when you do get finished ironing your clothes or whatever, then you go out the front door, you get a text, hey man, they just shot up the club, or they were doing some shooting at the basketball court, and you like, man, I'm glad I wasn't there, because I was about to head there about 30 minutes ago. And the guy tells you, yeah, this happened just now. And the Lord just stalled you for 30 minutes, till everything was said and done, till judgment had passed over, and He protected you by keeping you in the house. So we need the Lord to work with us. We need to increase our faith, and and let the Lord take over. Again, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, Nathaniel, Awad, Amaral. So, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, Baba Shah, I forgot to say that. Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, Baba Shah, Nathaniel, Awad, Amaral. So that's Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. Please, increase my faith, or more, give me more faith. And we're going to need that in the time of Jacob trouble. Everybody going to get a piece of it, but His elect is going to be protected. He's going to be saved out of it. We're going to see some things that that's going to it's going to wreck us. It's going to wreck our mind a little bit, but we're going to be okay. You know, you just have to, just stay focused. Keep the number one. Keep the name. Keep the faith. Stay locked in and know, hey, this happening for a reason. This is Yahweh B'Shem Abshai judgment happening. So if you see somebody get ripped apart, don't lose it. Keep it together, knowing that this is the work of the Heavenly Father. Then all of a sudden see somebody get ripped apart, then you see somehow, some way, a 500-pound, 400-pound lion, just jumped and mauled somebody, and you in the midst of everything. The Heavenly Father, He gonna guide you out of there. So just continue doing what you're doing, and like I said, Esau, he's gonna come like a thief in the night. He's gonna come bringing destruction. He's gonna come when you least expect it. He's gonna come in unto you like a flood, and you got to have the Lord with you. So that's enough talking. Let's get to this video here, and it's probably no more than about I guess maybe about 40 seconds long. So check this out. 2 minutes.
So we watching this. So these are two major events that's going on in New York City right now. Hope you can hear this.
This is chaos as New York City subway goes into absolute meltdown. MTA has reported a power outage at West 4th Street, causing disruption to several subway lines. Now, both direction of B and C train service have been suspended as the MTA addresses the outage, as per the transit agency's website. So there is no D train service between Atlantic Avenue and 34th Street, Herald Square. A train service is halted between 59th Street, Columbus Circle, and J Street, Metro Tech. And train service is unavailable between Delancey Street, Essex Street, and Forest Hills. 71st Avenue and E-train service is suspended between Queens Plaza and World Trade Center in both directions. Man, what, they got hit with a cyber?
You see what's going on. You hear them? You see what's going on. You see what's happening. You don't know. It's been up with something. So be on your P's and Q's, as they say in the world. But we watch with the spirit out here. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem